Morning. I am now going to verify subs right in front of your eyes. This one. Maybe that. No, you can't wait. You can't wait till after registration closes. You got to do them early so that that team can drop and then make you look like a jackass for believing in them. You can't wait. That's not how that works. How's my Falco bracket doing? Oh, no, not that. Speak for myself. I've been doing this for years. I've never had issues with how I do it. Always works out perfectly. All right. Did I have Clemson winning? Oh, I had Missouri going to the Final Four. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Oh, I had Clemson going to the Elite Eight. Uh-oh. Had Creighton winning. Had Baylor winning. Wisconsin. Yeah. VC had... I believe too much in VCU. Never believe in the big fat sea cows. But I'm currently ranked 9th out of how many? Standings. Oh, Miss Popgun's ahead of me. Oh no, she tied with me. Tied with Nox. Tied with Falco. Roundy's at the bottom. Scrub. Half has St. John's winning it? There's no way. Keone got Duke winning it. Tied 4th. Alright. Fair enough. Still catch up. We can still win this thing. Okay. Close that, close that. Your favorite time of the month? Well, welcome in. Sad you didn't get around to putting together a March Madness bracket. Well, the good news is I hear they're having another one next year. You can do it then. Nobody remembers who wins the last year. It's always who's going to win the next year that people actually pay attention to. Go. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Popcast. Whenever you're listening to this, whether it be live or a VOD, Twitch or YouTube, while you are calculating ways to make Ludi playoffs as a 1-2 team, burning your brackets after McNee's nuts upset Clemson, trying to play your Ludi sets and Low Ink at the same day, whatever it is that you're doing right now, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to this. Unless I don't. For just out of genuine curiosity, how many of you are playing Low Ink and Ludi on the same day? I know of teams that have done it in the past, like they went through all of Swiss and then immediately after Swiss played their opponent. If you're playing in Low Ink, then your team, your opponent, if you're playing in Low Ink, then your opponent is Low Ink eligible as well, or at least should be. Here's what you should be doing, though. You can do both at the same time. If you have your Ludi set on Saturday and you're kind of hesitant about wanting to play in Low Ink because you got your Ludi set. Here's what you can do. Play the first round of Swiss, and then just knock out your opponent so quickly that you have like a 10-minute wait between the next round. Play a couple of games of your Ludi set then. Play round 2 of Swiss. Play one more game of your Ludi set. So on and so forth. By the time you get to round 5 of Low Ink, you will have already been 0-5'd in your Ludi set. That'll be out of the way. And then you can finish out Low Ink and go 2-4 and not make Sunday. Best of both worlds. You get to play Low Ink and Ludi at the same exact time. For those of you who complain, oh, the breaks between each round take too long. Okay. Play your Ludi set then. Hey, they're probably playing the Low Ink too. There's nothing stopping you guys. Just be patient. Like, all right, we'll play. And if you play your opponent in the middle of Low Ink, just count those games. Those games are going to count twice. Best of 3 set or first of 3 or whatever. Play all 3. Those 3 games will count towards your Ludi set as well. Just speed run it. Get it out of the way. Double dipping tournament sets. I don't see any reason why you couldn't do that. I guess it's just matters of if you actually want it or not. For those of you paying attention to the NCAA bracket, I'm currently tied in 9th place with my wife. I consistently lose to Miss Popgun in these NCAA bracket challenges. One of my final 4 teams is eliminated. I had Clemson go into the Elite 8. They're already gone. So that kind of sucks. But, I believe in Auburn and Kentucky. They're going to bail me out of this one. Today is a really cool day. A really cool day. Today is a very special day. For me, specifically. For you guys, not so much. But I've never really cared about special things in relations to the idiots in chat. But today is Destiny Troop's 5-year anniversary of winning Low Ink. 5 years ago today, my team, who was just enjoying their first week of the pandemic lockdown and all the nonsense that was coming from that, just won Low Ink. I hadn't grown a beard yet. I hadn't had a podcast. I'd done some commentary for a tournament called Casual Fridays, which, if any of you even remember what Casual Fridays is, don't bother trying to look up those streams, because those were some pretty bad commentary blocks on my end. Oh, those were horrible. But it's weird to think that was 5 years ago. And it's also weird to think about how much my life, I mean, not to get like too deep into it, it's just a Splatoon tournament, but how much my non-work related life has changed after winning that tournament. Because after winning that tournament, Low Ink, which wasn't IPL at the time, it was just Low Ink, put out a statement that they were hiring or they were looking for commentators. And I applied. And the very next month in April, I commentated grand finals of Low Ink, and I've commentated almost every single grand final since then. Took a couple of months off to let Brush take over and was on paternity leave for a month. So, and after getting comfortable with commentary, started up this podcast. It's crazy to think that a lot of who I am today in the Splatoon world would be completely different if my team did not clutch out a Game 5 in the semifinals, the top cut of Low Ink, where we were down on tower control Albacore Hotel with the opening team pushing the tower all the way to 1 in the opening minute. And then over the course of the next 4 minutes in overtime, we came back on them at the very end. It's weird to think about, but it's still a cool kind of thing. And I know, like, for some of you, winning Low Ink is like an emotional thing, and it's like a huge goal of yours. I understand that, because that's exactly where my team was 5 years ago, and it was kind of an emotional thing. It was like this, oh my gosh, did this really just happen kind of moment. And I know for some of you, it's just like, well, just winning Low Ink's just another step in the stone, and that's perfectly fine too. But in all seriousness, the reason I love this tournament is because I remember what it meant when I was playing in it, and I know that's how a lot of you feel when you're playing in it as well. It's not to say that when you win Low Ink, you're going to start a podcast and become a commentator doing grand finals of Splatoon lands and stuff like that, but it still means something. For this stupid little tournament and the community that has grown around this tournament, it still means something. As you'll be aware of today when people come in and make weird and stupid takes on the tournament's going to take place this weekend. Now, who's going to be joining Destiny troops in the Ring of Honor? Actually, before I get to that, today is another anniversary, which is weird for me to think that a lot of you have no idea what I'm about to talk about, because it was like the topic of conversation for a full month when it actually happened. Today is the 4-year anniversary. No, not today, but this month is the 4-year anniversary of the incident. If you don't know what the incident is, that is still one of my favorite episodes of the Popcast, where I'm just trying to break down what all happened and why it would never happen again, and who actually won the March 2021 Low Ink. Who actually won that tournament? Because, like, everybody lost twice in a double elimination tournament. How does that even possible? I have no idea, but you saw it, and we'll never see it again. News of tournaments may be of interest to the casual listener of the podcast. Low Ink registration ends today at 8 o'clock, so 5 hours from now. If you're watching this VOD back later, it's subtract 5 from whatever number you're at right now in relation to 3:08 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. If you are not playing in Low Ink, good news. There's plenty of things for you to play in other than just your looty set. The Black Lotus Cup is taking place on Saturday as well. They already got 15 teams signed up for it. It's going to be at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Let's see. Camden is currently the best team signed up for it right now. Actually, no. Keo's got a team with Bursty and Sam. That's not the number 1 seed somehow. Moonlight's playing in it. Healthy Diet Food Groups is playing in it. They should be playing in Looty this season. So a lot of strong teams already signed up, and I wouldn't be surprised if more signed up for the Black Lotus Cup over the course of that. Black Lotus, it's good that this tournament is going on. That means they somehow survived their set on Tuesday, which you better believe we're going to be talking about on Monday's episode of the Popcast. But the Black Lotus Cup number 3 is a cool tournament we'll be paying attention to while Low Ink is going on. And if you get banned from Low Ink, which, yeah, you can get banned from Low Ink even though you're a Div 5, and you're looking for a tournament to play in, we know you got nothing else to do on Saturday. We know you're available. Go play in the Black Lotus Cup. What do you got to lose besides the first 2 sets of your double elimination tournament? Today, we're going to be taking your calls. That's right. You get to chime in with anything Low Ink related, or if you want to talk about Looty or anything Splatoon related, actually, we'll take your calls and talk to you today. We haven't done a taking your call segment in a while. We've been having a lot of guests on. I want to continue to find ways to get more guests on. But the taking your call segment has been a cool way for me to find people who are like, oh, I bet I could bring on this person to talk about this specific topic in the future. And I've already kind of lined up some future things, reached out to some people to be like, hey, the next time this is a topic, I want to bring you on to talk about it. So we got some cool stuff lined up for that as well. All that and more. But first, we're going to fire off the top 10. And before we do that, we're going to go ahead and open up the phone lines. So if you're wondering, as one person did in the Blue Sky, how do I talk about... somebody already listed the whole thing here. So we're going to open up the Low Ink Preshow in the Discord of IPL. And we're going to start this stage. We're not going to ping everyone. But if you join that stage in the IPL Discord and you raise your hand, we will call on you. We will bring you on. to the Popcast to talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. And while that is going on, while we're warming up the phone lines, we're going to go ahead and get through the top 10. Now, let me be clear about something. This has been pretty weird the last couple of months. We've had people who said that they only signed up for Low Ink just to see where I would put them in the top 10. And then after the pre-show, they dropped from the tournament because they weren't able to play in the tournament anyways. We have also had people who have just straight up said they weren't going to play, but they just forgot to drop. And now I had like the number 1 team on my list just completely drop before the tournament start. So this is a disclaimer. You guys are not allowed to hold it against me if I say one of these teams in my top 10 and they end up dropping. I am allowed until the tournament starts tomorrow to replace one team that drops from my list with another team that has yet to sign up. That is the rules. And you guys have to agree to those rules, because that 1 month where I had the number 2 team on my list become the number 1 team because the actual number 1 team dropped before the tournament even started, I said that I should get credit for that, for predicting the winner, and you guys all said no. But that's not how this works. I make the rules, and you guys are the idiots in chat. So that's the rules that's going to be going forward. If anyone drops, I get to replace them in my top 10. And if anyone has a problem with it, well, you can come on to the pre-show and talk about it, I guess. I don't know. Let's get into it. The teams that are not here, and now I haven't checked registration in like the past hour, and obviously there's still like 5 hours left to go before this, before everything kind of shuts down. There's 85 teams. Here are the teams that I have not seen sign up yet, as Arrows of Gale have now switched their name to Arrows of Fallen, which Fallen is also not an element, but that group has completely lost their mind apparently. Pringle Cat is not here. Pringle Cat would very easily be in the top 10 with how they've been playing as of late if they signed up. Stars Impact, I don't even know if they'd be eligible for Low Ink, to be honest with you. I have to take a look at them after how good they looked in their second place finish last month and how much they've been curb stomping from what I've seen. Div 5 they've been playing in. Stars Impact would be near the top, if not the top team. Also, what's been going on with This Is Fine? They are crushing Division 5 right now. This Is Fine is looking more than just fine with how they've been playing in tournament sets, but they're currently not signed up for this tournament either. So, who knows? But exciting stuff right there. Those teams deserve some recognition even if they're not playing in Low Ink. Honorable mention. Teams that are not going to be in the top 10. Honorbound is not in the top 10. They're currently signed up for Low Ink. Inkception is not in the top 10, but they are in the honorable mention because they're currently signed up for Low Ink as well. Would love to see Inkception get back into the top 10 category, but that's something they're going to have to fight their way to get back into. And Magic Beans. Magic Beans has been a popular team with y'all for a bit of time. Magic Beans has been a team that has been mentioned several times here on the Popcast by you guys. I'm not a believer just yet. I'm not a believer. I'm not a Magic Beans believer. But they can hold the honorary number 11 spot in the top 10 list, which doesn't actually exist. So there you go. Number 10. All right, Fearless. Welcome back into the top 10. Did they make Alpha Bracket last month? Yes. Did they accomplish anything in Alpha Bracket last month? Not really. Are they having a good start to their Looty season in Division 5? Kinda. Are they capable of winning this tournament? Yes. Are they going to? Let's find out together. Good news is they fear nobody, including the monsters that I have ahead of them, and the other team called Sean Fearless that has signed up for this tournament, who I assume has no relation. Number 9. When do you guys think Splatoon 4 is going to come out? Will it be a launch title bundled with Switch 2? Will it be a couple of years to make sure that Splatoon 3 gets a proper burial? Well, if Splatoon 4 won Low Ink in Splatoon 3, wouldn't that be something? There is a team that is called Splatoon 4 We Win that is currently 2-0 in Division 5 with wins over Magic Beans and Honor Bound. So this month, we will get a glimpse of what Splatoon 4 is going to look like. And hopefully it does not have Soda and Ninkzuka. But one can only hope. Number 8. Every tourney needs a villain to root against. A bad guy, if you will. Well, we literally have a team called Bad Guys, and they're looking pretty sharp coming into this tournament. 2-0 in Division 5 right now, including a 5-1 result over the Lost Inklings. They made Alpha Bracket last month. Would you like to see them do more damage in Alpha Bracket this time around? I certainly would. And they're poised to do so. They're the Bad Guys. Duh. Number 7. Is it cringe if I put the Popgun fan club in the top 10? No, because they did really well last month, finishing tied for 5th in Alpha Bracket. Set aside the fact that they have a great team name, their roster is solid, at least when they do have 4 players. At the time of me writing this, they only had 3 players, and I honestly don't even know if they're actually playing or not. But you think I was going to miss an opportunity to put an actual Popgun themed team in the top 10? I sure as hell was not. So coming in at number 7 is the Popgun fan club, the reigning 5th place team from last month. Number 6. I would like to speak directly to the idiots in chat. No, not you actual idiots in chat, but the actual team called the idiots in chat. I would like to apologize for my behavior towards your team. I never supported you because I didn't want your team name to win. But now I realize it's not a spite to me if you win. It is a spite to every idiot in chat if you lose. You are the champions of people who, in chat, who have conversations about anything other than the topic that I'm currently talking about. The hero of those who clip the things I say out of context and purposely cut off the actual point I was trying to make. You represent every reason why I refer to the idiots in chat as idiots in chat. So for their sake, do not let them down this month. Number 5. I am excited to have Twister Time back in Low Ink. No, not Twisted Time, one of the incident teams from 4 years ago. Twister Time. They didn't play last month so that they could play in Speed Ladder, which ended up landing them a spot in Division 5. Probably we're going to get that anyways without playing in Speed Ladder. But ever since they won Beta Bracket back in January, I've been very interested in seeing them participate in Alpha Bracket. Div 5 hasn't been super kind to them up to this point. They're currently 1-2 with their only win coming in at Game 9. But expect them to bounce back in Low Ink specifically this month. Welcome back, Twister Time. We missed you. Number 4. Guess what? Chicken butt. Number 3. What happens when you combine the team Rabbit Hole with Krill Switch? Why, you get Krill Hole, of course. Or, I guess, Rabbit Switch works better if that's something you're interested in. What you really get is a team that gives off vibes of former Low Ink champion Shiver Me Feeders, a team that comboed with another team to win Low Ink, and Rabbit Switch has the potential to do just that. This roster is loaded with eligible Low Ink players and will do well in Alpha Bracket on Sunday. That is a guarantee. They're not going to make Grand Finals, though. Who is going to make Grand Finals? Well, here's the team that's going to finish in second place. Number 2. Freedom Dive. HBD Flame. I have no idea what that means. What is going to translate to is a podium spot in Low Ink. Nothing new for one of their players, Ray, who finished third place last month for Rewind. But Freedom Dive as a whole is currently 10-1 per games in their looting season and is taking care of business in Group H of Div 5. They got all the required ingredients to make a trip to Grand Finals, which is where I expect them to end up. Freedom Dive HBD Flame is pretty doggone good. But they're going to lose. They're going to lose in Grand Finals. And who is it that they're going to lose to? I'll let you know right now. The number 1 team on my top 10 list. Last month, I pointed out how Poor Judgment was the team at the top of the auto-seeder, but wasn't actually the top team. Blah, 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 unranked scores, blah, blah, algorithm, yeah, all that stuff. I had them in my top 10, though, but I didn't really know how good they would actually do. Well, they finished tied for 5th, alongside the Popgun fan club, who they beat, so you could say they are the actual 5th place team. And 3 of their 4 losses that they got last month came against teams that are now in Division 4 or won the whole tournament. So, Poor Judgment, by who's all here, is actually pretty damn good. And I agree with the auto-seeder this time around. Poor Judgment will win Low Ink this month. Now, if you are upset with where I put your team in the top 10, or if you think my team, or I should have put you in the top 10, or as some of you have cringely done in the past, want to come on to the Popcast and tell me, hey, Popgun, that team actually said they were dropping. Like, everybody except for you knew that they were dropping. How could you put them in the top 10? Go right ahead. The phone lines are open in the IPL Discord server underneath the Low Ink tab. We got a couple of hands raised, and we are going to start off with the Guess What Chicken Butt team as I turn up the volume on my end. Guess what? How's you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. We are 1 for 1 for guests coming on and asking how I'm doing. That's great.
Um, before Low Ink, is there any? I was curious since you mentioned NCAA earlier. Is there any like non-Splatoon sports team that you're rooting for right now for
Uh,
any sport?
so my 3 favorite, yes, I'm a big sports fan. I actually got a degree in sport management, and it is related to the field that I'm working in. My 3
Cool.
teams that I root for, and I don't want to put them in a specific order. The University of Kentucky basketball, the Chicago
Okay.
Cubs, and the Los Angeles Rams. Those are my 3 favorite teams.
The UK, I'm a little connected to them, but I keep seeing like blue painted houses, giant UK flags. As a kid, I actually thought it meant United Kingdom,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
that's a personal problem.
The real UK. Yes. University of Kentucky for sure. All right,
O-
what you got?
Otherwise, prediction for number 1, Poor
Okay.
Judgment. I agree. Um, they've been. I actually thought they were going to get banned from results before this. They were that strong. Um, the rest of my predictions that I made in 2 seconds, I put in the peanut gallery, and I'm surprised you have um guess what this high.
Well, the auto seater loves you guys a lot, and I kind of, the more I looked into it, the more I'm buying into it. Now, if you disagree, like, you could always just prove me wrong by playing bad, I guess.
No, no, I'm not
But
throwing. I'm not dropping either. Well, oh, wait, I don't think I'm dropping. The last time I said I wasn't dropping, I I dropped. I don't think I'm dropping. I can't jinx it.
now you have the bad guys at number 2.
Yes.
Sell me on the bad guys making grand finals.
Um, Bad guys. I've seen them um recently over time. I think the what really convinced me the most is um the Miku Beam win, which was like um roughly a month ago. They're in Ludi Div 5 now, and I think they're 2-1 if I remember correctly. But the I'm looking at most of the teams. I just think that now is the time they're going on a run with their roster.
Now, here's the thing with Miku Miku Beam. And eventually I'm going to have to talk about this tournament because a lot of teams are playing it. It's becoming a pretty popular weekly tournament. It's, yeah, if you win a tournament, it's significant, but who do you actually beat is more
It's
so
yes.
important. It now is that an open tournament? Like if Starburst wanted to, they could play in Miku Beam?
Um Now Miku Miku Beam's a little confusing because there's multiple variations. So that one was
Uh,
Div 5 capped. They've had Div 3 capped ones before, and they've also had open tourneys. And you get there's different badge variants for each one of those. Um so you have to look for each one.
Okay. So that my point that I was getting at is like I knew winning one tournament wasn't the same as winning a different one, but regardless, it's always who you beat. So,
Yes.
but yes, winning a tournament period that has a significant number of teams like Bad Guys did is definitely noteworthy. All right, so walk me through your podium results real quick that you have listed.
Okay. Podium, the I invest less in podium mostly, or like for like beta and gamma. Are you talking about?
Yes, or
Um
beta specifically right now.
okay. Beta bracket, I think of the teams that are consistent enough to have a good day two performance. Um but they don't have like the highest peaks rather. And generally I pick teams I've seen before or that have been um consistently making brackets of low ink, and that's what I see for Sea Dragons, who personally we've guessed what has lost to a few times. Oracle has been playing open tourneys, playing Coral Clash, playing All for One, like usually getting gold brackets for that, and so I see the consistency. And for Washed was main. That's just a personal thing of having a scrim against them. Um, it might be a little personal bias.
Well, no, I mean when you play another team, you get to see what they're about versus just the results that are on paper. Like I understand that. Um, in the early days of me being on low ink staff, I would suggest people would be banned because I played against them. I was like, oh wait, no, I know this person's like really good. Like they shouldn't be in low ink just because like I personally know them. I don't know anybody anymore, and obviously we're a lot more uh, structured than what we were in the older days. But you know, I scrimming and thinking somebody's good, I'm not gonna poo poo that. Um, lastly, gamma bracket. You
Gamma.
have roulette
Now
winning it.
roulette has been alpha twice, I think.
Yes,
Um,
they finished top four of an alpha. They haven't gotten back since then, though.
that's the reason I'm putting roulette that low, because I think like if you're looking at purely low results recently, I would say they would go higher. It's that I haven't seen any um or like any results since then, since the previous low ink. So I see that gap, and I'm like, is given how the teams are playing now, like, is there enough day one consistency? And that's the question.
Well, that's a question that will answer for you this upcoming weekend. Guess what? Good luck to you, and I'm sorry for believing in you. Preemptively sorry for that.
Hey, it's not a curse. It's not a curse. We'll just get fifth place and not fourth.
There we go. That's that's still letting us know. Now, can you stay there for a quick second? There it
All
is,
right.
the move to audience button. I didn't want them to leave before I found that on my own because we're gonna have to use that a lot. Uh, I never do beta and gamma predictions, but I know other people do. The Predictionator always typically kind of does beta and gamma predictions. I don't do those because it's like I'm predicting you to underperform on Saturday, but then flip the switch on Sunday. And and a lot of times there'll be a team who'll be like, "Oh, it'd be really good if they played in beta bracket," but they just don't because they don't want to like play in beta bracket and they just drop before the tournament starts. But I always I don't know. That's my thought when I'm always seeing other people predict the lower brackets. It's like, man, you think they're not going to do well on Saturday, which is the case. A lot of teams kind of screw up on Saturday. It tends to happen. Goose Chase, welcome in to the Low Ink Preshow. How you doing?
Hello. Okay, so how are you?
You seemed kind of hesitant, like you were going to start, and then you realized you should ask me how I'm doing. I'm doing fine, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So again, hi. I was
Hi.
just I've never talked on one of these, and it was just kind of like the comp Splatoon checklist, and then hi.
Okay, so this is your bucket list just to come on here.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've
well,
never talked
do you have
before.
anything to say? What's on your mind?
Um, there's a lot of teams I like playing Low Ink this month.
Okay, narrow it
There's
down
just
to like one. Who's your favorite team playing this month?
uh probably the Freedom Dive team with my friend Flame on it
Flame. Okay, so
and Moody.
is that why it's called Freedom Dive HBD Flame? Because Flame is
Yeah,
there.
because Flame's there.
Okay, are they gonna win Lowing?
Depends. I also think the Idiots in Chat team is pretty good. I don't really know where they are in the seeding, but I think they're playing.
Okay, so remind me, are you still eligible for Low Ink or not?
No,
Okay,
I'm Div 2.
oh, you're Div 2. You're Div 2 this season. What team are you with?
I'm with X Paradise.
How is X Paradise doing?
Not very great, but I think this week will be better. Cause my power went out both times before both Ludi sets, so it was like, damn.
Okay, why is your power going out? Is it like a consistent at a certain
We were living
time?
it. I was in a sandstorm.
Oh, okay. Is there any sandstorm coming up this week?
No, so we
Okay.
should be okay now.
Well, fair enough. All right. It sounds like you're not living in paradise then, like your team name would suggest.
No, not right now.
Although Sandstorm would be a pretty good team name. It was the name of the.
True, yeah, or more like the comic can't play because power outages. That would have been more accurate.
All right, Goose Chase Comet. You come on anytime. All right. This is your first time, but it doesn't have to be the last. All right.
Yay. Okay,
Yay!
so
Yay! There we go. Magic Beans. How's it going?
Hello. How you doing on this fine day?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. What you got?
My problem is we barely hit the top 10, right? We didn't even get it. And I want
You
to
were
know
mentioned
why.
in an honorable way.
I know.
How do you feel about that?
I think that's good. I think that's progress from last time, right? I'm not gonna complain. That's progress for us, and I'm happy. I think we improved a lot ever since last time. We've skipped a few lowings.
Okay, so
Yeah.
why have you skipped
Oh,
Lowings?
scheduling issues. The usual. It's hard to get five people secluded into one place for 2 days straight, 5 hours.
It doesn't sound that difficult at all. Do you guys just have work schedules or school or what?
Most likely, most of the team probably has work schedule.
Okay. Do you guys need a doctor's note, like a TO note, so that I can?
Honestly, that'd be nice if we could get like a rain check or a IOU for these placements. That'd be nice.
Well, what I'll do, I'll write a note that you guys can give to your supervisors. It'd be like, "Hi, my name's Popgun. I'm the TO for Low Ink. Will you please excuse the members of Magic Beans? They have an 11th place spot to get in this tournament this weekend. It'd be
Oh,
really great."
11 play. All right. Yeah,
All right.
that'd be great.
Sorry, that'd be like tied for 12th or something. I don't know how you actually get 11th in this tournament. All right, Magic Beans. Tell me, if you do not win this tournament, who will?
If we don't win this tournament, who will? Ooh, good question. I think, honestly, Idiots and Chad has a pretty good chance. I like them. They're pretty formidable, I think. So I think they are pretty good, and also they represent the masses, which is always nice.
Is there any team in particular that you really want to play this weekend? Like you really hope you get matched up against them?
Okay. I have a Ludi game today against Honorbound. And,
Okay.
and if we verse them again in Low Ink, it's just going to be more and more of fighting over and over again. So that'd be pretty funny. I think.
Okay, so you're playing Honor Bound today in Ludi.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious. I want to ask people about their Ludi sets. How much prep work have you put into like scouting out Honor Bound, or are you just kind of going into this one just like, let's just do our thing and see what happens?
We've played Honorbound before a lot, so we already have like a good idea how they work. Sorry, Honorbound, if you're listening to this. We do a little bit of scout work just to see what they play and what we can do against it, or like what we could prep for. For example, I mean, like if it's like a sharking weapon, like a carbon, we kind of know what to do and usually tend to bring location weapons. That's most scouting we do when it comes to it.
Now, don't reveal any plans, but I'm just curious. Do you have a specific honor-bound game plan that you would use against them that you're not going to use against anybody else?
I cannot confirm nor deny. I'm sorry, that's classified, Pop.
Okay, we'll find out. We'll find out then. And if your set is good today, like it goes to a game 9 or something like that, and you guys somehow get matched up against each other tomorrow, we'll put that on stream and we'll highlight that. How does that sound?
I'm gonna take you up with it. I'll take you up to that word.
The battle of the honorable mentions tonight on the Ludi match. All right, Magic Beans. Good luck this entire
All right,
weekend.
thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Oh boy. You guys should be scouting out your opponents, though. I mean, you got all this time to figure it out. Why not do it? Electro J, number 46. How you doing today?
I'm not too bad. How's it going over there?
Oh, you already know? You already know what's going good. I want to start off with asking you a question. You're in Div 10. This is your first time playing. I haven't looked up anything about your team. How is your Ludi season going?
So we have yet to win like a single game so far. We've been 0-5 both times so far, and actually we're going to be playing our third Ludi set, I think, against Ink Tempura tomorrow night. So like I'll be playing in Low Ink day 1 tomorrow, hopefully, and then that night we'll play Ludi, and then I'll probably play day 2 of Low Ink. But for me personally, it was like week 1 really sucked for me personally. Like I did really badly, but then last week it was night and day difference. I felt like I was possessed or something because I was going crazy against. We played Luna Park, and some of the games were close, but unfortunately we couldn't pull it through.
The issue with Div 10 is, and I'm sure you already know this, but we on the seating council we don't know anything about it. Like all those teams you just mentioned, I seeded them, or I played a part and seeded them, and I don't even remember any of those names you just mentioned. You could have just made all those up, and I would just believed you. So that's kind of the tricky thing is like you don't know if those teams that beat you, you have no idea if they actually are like Div 10 or if they're like secretly Div 6. They just don't have results to justify their skill level yet. So just stick with it. Like eventually things kind of balance themselves out. In those things, but anyways,
yeah.
That's out of the way. What can I do for you? What's on your mind?
So I think because guess what was on here earlier? I do want to mention one thing. Last week I made my casting debut in Miku Miku Beam number 8.
Oh, okay.
And me and Pat I think you probably would know them. I casted with Pat, and I think in the second round of groups, because there was 3, we casted Guess What series against Bucket. Now, Guess What got O2'd, and I think it was like a little different because like a lot of the players on Bucket were Div 1 from what I saw on Sendu. But I see the potential in Bucket to make out not only alpha bracket, but possibly even like make even make like top 4 or something. I think Bucket has a very solid chance.
The team called Bucket.
Oh wait! Oh my god! I am such an idiot. I meant to say, guess what? Oh, goodness
Guess what?
gracious!
Oh, okay. I thought you were telling me Div 1 players were about to win Low Ink. I was like,
yeah, I'm like,
they might, they better.
I realized the problem. My words there. Trust me, I'm fully awake, and I have an intelligence of 6. I know what I'm doing.
So now, I want to talk about you commentating. So you commentated with like Pat. You're talking about like Pat Tom, like Pat J Tom.
I think I'd have to. I don't remember off the top of my head. They are a TO for Dapple. I think they comment. I heard them commentating LSL this past weekend.
Yes.
Where I saw one of my friends win.
So Pat is has been on the like an actual guest on the Popcast a couple of times. Whenever there's a LAN in Europe that they go to, the last time I had Pat on was kind of talking about Breeze. So yeah, I'm familiar with Pat. They're my official EU correspondent of the Popcast. So yeah.
Yeah, Pat helped give me a little bit of insight because, like I said, it was my first time casting Splatoon, but it was not my first time casting sports in general. I'm a caster for my my university's Rocket League esports team this past fall, and Pat definitely gave out a lot of good pointers to help me with getting more acclimated to Splatoon. By the time our stint ended, I was doing pretty good, and it was very fun commentating with Pat. Because Miku Beam number 8 was stacked because like Facade from Div X was there, bunch of Div 1s, and then obviously Guess What was there as well. And I still think they have a chance as well. But I also want to see 2 other teams do well, and they're kind of similar. If you remember from last time, I picked Octaves and Hydra to do really well. So Hydra is still. They're currently the 16th seed, so I do want to see Hydra do a good run. And some of the people from Octaves, and I've actually become really good friends with them after they found out that I made the pick. Sneaky Pig and Mr. Pig and one of their other friends in the server went Prominence, along with another person. They are all doing like I think a pickup, and I really want to see them go as well because I do think that they got the chance. Like Sneaky is cracked on pencil. I played Senduki with them at one point, and it was very good. So I do want to see them make another grand run because Octaves last time they didn't initially make day 2, but then they were given a second chance and they took it and got 3rd place in Gamma bracket. So like that was not a fluke. They're here and they mean business. I'm going to say that right now.
I like the passion and the energy coming from this. I can tell. I can hear the commentator in you as you're kind of talking right now. Electro J, you call in anytime. I've said that before, but you keep calling in. I like the insight that we're getting from you. All right?
Yeah, absolutely. And, thanks for having me again.
Yes, for sure. Commentary stuff right there. I might actually go back and listen to Miku Beam just to do that. I haven't heard Pat commentary in a while. I did watch Grand Finals of LSL. It was Pat. Was Rocket the other one? I forget who the other commentator was with that. But yeah, Pat's been on the show before. Mouse, welcome back.
Oh boy.
How are you?
Yeah, it's me. We've officially been divved.
You've officially been Div 10. How's Div 10 going?
Let's see. I had a 5-0 sweep day 1, but got second because of your policy on disconnects, because we were 3-0 up, then they ditched. Week 2, we lost 2-5. Next week we're going against Seed 1. So it's not the most encouraging to know you're getting in Div 10, then you're losing. It's a bit demoralizing, but...
Well, kind of like I just said to Electro J, Div 10 is kind of all over the place. It doesn't necessarily... Like, if you're doing bad in Div 10, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're bad. It just means that there's room for improvement.
True.
The people that are doing bad are the people that aren't even playing the game. They're the real losers.
Yeah, no, I think it was that. A lot of people say results, because I only signed up with one result. I had 2 iffy results. Well, that only had 2 other results for Flutie and the ladder, so 3 results. So it wasn't much.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I'm entering Low Ink, but the goal is to get more than 1 legitimate win.
That's a good goal to go for. Are you playing in Low Ink this weekend?
Yes, we are. Eternal Bloom will be entering.
That's right.
And we have cooked up comps, we have cooked up good strategies, and I genuinely think we have at least a decent shot at... Maybe not. Actually, I don't want to make day 2 because I've got my Ludi set there. I can always reschedule, but...
Well, you could say you qualified for a day 2 bracket, and then you could put that in your bio and not actually play it. People do that.
Still a good try.
All right. Eternal Bloom is cooking. We'll be keeping an eye out for that.
Yes, we are.
All right, Matt.
Hi, Sneaky. Guess I'm going then.
Have a good luck to you this upcoming weekend. Hey, is it really a pre-show without somebody making a prediction? I mean, guess what? Already came in and made a lot of predictions, but we need somebody to first accept the invite to come onto the stage. Nope, they dipped. Everybody dipped. Did my thing just break? Let's try that again. There's the Predictionator back. Good morning.
My thing broke. That's my bad, Popgun. I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
I am very sorry. Why would I ever lie to you? We're going this way, dude. Sorry, I'm walking with my brothers right now. That's my bad.
Okay. Well, welcome
We can
live.
go that way then.
Welcome live. I mean, let's not yell at your brothers. I'm sure they're not causing any issues. What predictions you got?
He's trying to run in the middle of the street. Anyway, that's the least of my worries. I don't have predictions. I'm just here to talk because guess what made my predictions for me?
So guess what? Those were your predictions, is what you're saying.
No, but they filled in for me. So that's all I needed.
So they made predictions for you.
Pretty much, yeah.
I
completely forgot the pre-show was today. I completely forgot Low Ink was
Is there a missile launching in the background? Like what's going on here?
That is either the wind or the helicopter right above me.
Okay, all right. It's not like an attack helicopter. You're not under fire right now, are you?
No, I don't. I hope not.
Okay, cool. I want to hear from your.
I have three though.
I want to hear from you. Who's winning this tournament?
Okay. Seriously, I think guess what does have a good shot. They're getting second though. Sorry guys. Idiots in chat winning it. The whole thing. Entire thing.
Okay.
I'm calling it right now. 6-0 day 1 does not drop a game in day 1 and then wins day 2, wins alpha bracket finals. Is finals best of 7?
No, it's best of 5.
What is it?
2 sets of best of 5 bracket reset.
Oh, okay. Well, they're going undefeated regardless. And they're winning finals 3-0. So
okay, I'll let you get back to your wind tunnel, and
cool.
but I got you down. Guess what is your prediction? We'll roll with that. What the hell was that? There's some old video VHS tapes that our mom made when my siblings and I were playing soccer as kids. And if you were to listen to those VHS tapes, it sounded just like that conversation I just had with the Predictionator. Just nonstop wind. And I'm pretty sure they fell into a cellar at the end of that. What is going on here? Serpentine needs to save this one. Hi, Serpentine.
Hello. For who I think is gonna win, Magic Beans definitely. I've scrimmed them multiple times, and you see there's Div 4 for Ludi, right?
Me,
They were
I hold on now. I was on the council that seeded
okay,
you. Not me specifically, although I probably
okay,
did have you in Div 4 in my own right.
okay, okay. But I scrimmed them. They put up a pretty decent fight, but we still won. But either way, they still put up a really good fight for us. They like retook zone, but I don't think idiots in chat are gonna win. I feel like the podium is gonna go to guess what second place, Magic Beans first place, and idiots in chat third.
Okay. So no
That's
love for
that's
poor judgment.
poor judgment. I don't know. I don't know. Because every time we fought them, they didn't put up much of a good fight.
Okay, so you're saying because Magic Beans retook a zone against you in a scrim that you beat them in, they are the favorite to win this tournament. I just want to get that clarified, correct?
Well, not just that. Even in tournaments, like they're pretty good against my
Okay.
team.
Magic Beans, idiots in chat. Wait. Who did you say? Guess what was taking second place?
Yeah. Guess what second?
Man, a lot of love for Guess What this week. The only team that doesn't believe in Guess What is Guess What. How's Div 4 treating you? How's life outside of Lowing?
It's fun. It's okay, but we're just tired of placing our best in tournaments, even though we know we can do better.
Well, that's life for sure.
Yeah.
What is your guys' currently record in Ludi?
And Ludi, 2-1.
2-1. Okay, so you're still in position to make playoffs then. Well,
Mhm.
good luck to you.
Thank you.
If you don't make playoffs, remember that it's not my fault. It's everybody else's on the seeding council's fault. I completely slept during seeding of that week. I had nothing to do with it. That was Serpentine there. We got 3 more, and then we'll call it a day. Let's bring in Freedom Dive with an arrow pointing down because, of course, you would dive going down. Good morning, Freedom Dive. This is the part where you unmute your microphone. You usually say good morning back. All right, Freedom Dive's having some technical issues. We'll get them back on if they can get that fixed. Instead, we're going to move on to Final Stand.
Hello, Mr. Popgun. It's glad to meet you again. And Zippy Trekker 9, will compete in your tournament final stand in LI.
Okay. What is your goal for playing in this Low-Ink?
Our main goal is probably just like make alpha bracket, but we literally have a pencil, a dually one trick.
Okay.
Hopefully, I have high hopes for this team because we got Ludi Div 5.
Ludi Div 5.
I was expecting to get 6 or something, but Div 5.
Well, how are you doing in Div 5?
We're doing pretty good right now. We're like third place in playoffs right now.
What's your current record?
Wait, hold on, let me see.
Wait, what do you mean see? You don't know what your current record is? Who do you play this week?
I do not keep up at all, gang. My current record right now is 6-7.
6-7. You've won 6 Ludi sets and lost 7 of them.
Yep.
Okay. That's that you've played 13 Ludi sets by the end of week 3. That is pretty impressive. All right, Final Stand. We're gonna let you get some more sleep. All right.
Yes, I'll sleepy time that.
What? Oh, we need to get saved here. Soggy Cat Fan Club. Oh, this can only.
I don't know.
Well.
That's not a actual team name. Normal team names rewind.
But your name is Soggy Fat. Soggy.
Yeah, because I played in SOS under Soggy Cat Fan Club.
All right, rewind. How's it going? What you doing? You're not playing in Low Ink this month.
Yeah, for the first time in over a year, we are not playing in Low Ink.
Is it because of me? Is this something I did?
It's availability.
Okay, but you do have one player played in Low Ink.
Yeah, Ray is playing with Freedom Dive, and Freedom Dive wins the whole tournament like super easily.
Yeah, so, well, that I put them at number 2, and nobody else has been. Okay, someone else did mention Freedom Dive, but there's been a lot of love for Magic Beans and Guess What and the idiots in chat. If that team wins, though, your teammate's going to get banned from Low Ink, and you're still going to be eligible. How do you feel about that?
I will feel the exact same because one of our other mates is also banned.
Why? Okay, well, why can't we just throw you on a roster as well and
Because
let
I
that?
don't want to play.
But you could just be on there, so that way you can get banned with the rest of your teammates if everybody wins here. You don't have this awkward one teammate in, one teammate out kind of thing.
Whatever.
Whatever, fine. Hey, if Freedom Dive doesn't win, who does?
Who does?
Yes.
Probably idiots in chat yeah, probably idiots in chat.
Now,
if I had to guess.
Rewind is playing in Ludi right now, right?
Yeah, we are playing in Ludi.
Div 5?
Yeah.
Look at my memory. There we go. How's Ludi going for you right now?
It's been fine. We're currently 1-1, but probably could have been 2-0 if we didn't get our set like right as the patch dropped and nerfed our entire comp.
Well, why did you agree to play? What did you play it on, like a Thursday?
On Thursday, yeah. The patch dropped on Wednesday, and we agreed to it on Monday.
So how did the patch negatively affect you? Like, what specifically about the patch kind of nerfed you?
I play vanilla splatter shot.
Okay, hold on. Everybody plays vanilla splatter shot. That's not like some sort of anti.
It's the only thing I play.
But still, there's got to be other, like a gazillion other teams that are also kind of hindered by that as well.
I mean, it's not entirely the thing. It's mostly because we had been playing a V-Shot comp for like a few months, and I had to learn Splash in one day.
Who do you play this week?
This week, Freedom.
Oh, wait, just Freedom, not Freedom Dive.
Yeah, just Freedom, not Freedom Dive.
Have you guys looked into Freedom and developed some kind of game plan specifically for them?
Yes.
All right.
I know. Huh?
I was about to say, I'm not going to have you leak it here, but so you actually do game plan against your opponent and come up with something different.
Yeah, I do. Mostly because I've fought every single team in our group before.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Rewind. And good luck to your teammate who is playing on Freedom Dive, HBD Flame.
Thank you.
And good luck to Soggy Cats everywhere. I see you're repping them.
I love Soggy Cat.
There you go. Freedom Dive, we tried to get them on earlier. They had some mic issues. We'll try one more time, and if not, we'll call it a day. All right, Freedom Dive.
I hope it works.
We got you.
God.
We got a
thank
Freedom
God.
Dive.
Yes. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, Popgun. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. How you feeling going into this tournament?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm a little nervous being seated so high for like the first time I played this league.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, time out. You're not seated high at all. You're just have a lot of expectations on you from other people. There's a difference. You're not actually seated high. Seedings don't matter for this tournament, despite what people in Blue Sky will try to tell you. Seedings do not matter. But so let's start off with this. How do you personally think your team's going to do this weekend?
Well, I'd really like to win, but I'm sure we make podium this weekend. I'll be honest with you. I'm very confident in our team's abilities. Despite us not having like results, we play very well together as like the four of us, me, Flame, KB, Moxie. Like we're really strong together.
What does the name Freedom Dive mean?
Freedom Dive, it's a really popular rhythm game song. It's one of the on the harder end. It's a really good song. Y'all should listen to it.
So the arrow pointing down is one of those arrows that you step on in time with like DDR or whatever.
I mean, I guess, but it's just the song name. It has the arrow too, but I guess you could interpret it like that.
Fair enough. Who's going to be on podium with you?
Well, to be honest, I don't really pay much attention despite us being Div 5. I don't pay much attention to like the low level scene, I guess. But definitely poor judgment because we did fight them in Flutie and we did lose to them, but we've been adapting since there.
When was that, week 2 or week 1 that you played them?
No, in Flutie, the
Flutie.
seeding one? Yeah.
So you're saying even though you lost them in Flutie, you came away from that set with something that you feel like you can use against them if you were to play them this weekend?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I've also been speaking of like looking into your opponents, I've been asking around since they are a really strong team.
Who do you play in? You're playing in Ludi, right?
Yeah.
Actually, yes. I kind of mentioned you guys are like crushing the competition so far. Who do you play this week?
We play against Kittens actually tomorrow after Low Ink.
Cosmic Kitty? Oh, just straight up Kittens. That's right. You're playing them
Yeah,
after
Kittens.
Low Ink. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, don't burn yourself out too much. And you know what? In all honesty, don't care. I mean, we like to do the predictions here. We like to do the top 10s. There's fun. But honestly, don't let that stuff get to you. Like, just play your game, and like we want to see you be great, but don't let pressure get to you, because at the end of the day, none of this matters.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Thank you, Popgun. Also, before I go, before you kick me out, I keep on forgetting every time I come on here that I was gonna be like, I saw you at Riptide. This is so long ago, but it was nice seeing you there. I keep on forgetting to mention this.
Did I sign your poster?
Oh my god. No, I don't think you. Oh yeah, you did. So you did sign my poster. I think I asked you. I was really shy. Oh yeah.
Did I sign it? So I tried to sign it in the same spot, and I forget what the Riptide. You're talking about this last Riptide.
Yeah, this last Riptide. I also was trying to talk to you during like my first set, I think, and I asked my brother, "Yo, can you give Popgun one of the pins I made?" And my brother gave it to you.
Okay, so those pins, because I not me personally, but a lot of people get a lot of pins. They get a lot of stickers from teams and just people who have like stuff that they like to give out at those tournaments. And I've always collected those, and it's like I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with these. But last year at Riptide, I started like getting like a little sash over my chest, and I just started taking all the pins and stickers that I got and put them all over it. And when I commentated grand finals, it was just like, here's all the stuff I collected, but it didn't really show up well in the camera. So I'm going to do something next year, like a vest or something. And as people give me those kinds of things, I'm just going to put them up on the vest and just like here's the Splatoon community represented. So are you going to Riptide this year?
Oh, well, honestly, probably. I will be going. Yeah.
If you do, and you got another pin, make sure you get it to me, because I will do something
definitely.
with it. Fair enough.
Definitely. You're very recognizable, so I think I'll be able to get it for you.
Well, good luck this weekend, and I guess I'll see you in September.
Thank you.
Boom. Do we roll the dice with Blueberry? Let's give, you know what? I said this was going to be the last one. We'll give Blueberry like 10 seconds.
10 seconds? Oh, okay. I am the captain of poor judgment, actually.
Oh, okay. We'll give you 20 seconds then, actually.
Oh, 20 seconds.
You just bought yourself 10 more seconds. What you got?
So basically, people don't believe in us, and I think that's pretty crazy, and I think that's pretty funny as well.
Time out. We're hitting time out.
Some people. We're
hitting timeout on your 20 seconds. You're at like 16 left.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you mean no one believes in you? Did you not just see? I put you at number one.
I saw what you said. I saw what you said. Your opinion is very high. It's very valid, of course. But I'm saying the audience, the rest of the community, you know, and that's what I'm saying. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you this question: If you guys don't win Low Ink, who will?
If we don't win, who will? Oh. We were on like a pretty good winning streak as of like last week, and I honestly, some of the people in Rabbit Hole have
did like give us like a hard time, stuff like that. And I feel like with their combination of Krill Switch and Rabbit Hole people in there, I feel like they could be up there.
Well, there you go. That's the team I got at number 3. What about Freedom Dive, the team we just had on?
Freedom Dive.
Yes.
I did remember playing them once. I just forget like a lot of my sets. I just forget people who I play with. I am very forgetful when it comes to that type of stuff. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But what's it called? I think they're capable enough. I think they're good enough. I just I just haven't played them in a while, I think. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
All right. So you just came on here. The first thing you said was how nobody believed in you. And then when we're talking about Freedom Dive, the best thing you can say is that they are capable.
They're capable.
They are capable. All right. So when you two are playing each other in grand finals and I'm commentating it, that's going to be the first thing I bring up.
All right.
Blueberry said they are a capable team. That's the best. All right. Great story. All right, get out of here. Your time's up.
I appreciate it.
But I said that was the last one, but I can't throw Cactus out in the cold. I can't do it to old Cactus. But nobody else outside of Cactus is coming on here. Hi, Cactus.
Hi, I'm in my car right now.
You sound like it. Can I get a what you got, Cactus?
I got a number 9 large. I got a big. No, but I don't know. I really didn't look at this month's Low Ink yet. I just wanted to come and say hi. Hope you're doing well. Hope all the Low Ink teams are excited to compete for another ecstatic Low Ink weekend. And I want to gamble points to say that I think a team of 5 is going to win this Low Ink.
A team of 5. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I would assume that is the average of teams.
I think so.
I think that's probably a really safe bet. That's not really a hot take. Were you going with a hot take there?
Not just a gamble.
Okay, just a gamble where the odds are extremely in your favor is what you're going for. All right.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if it's a team of 6 or 7, I'd be shocked, but it's possible.
All right, Cactus. 2 hands on the wheel, 10 and 2, and
as always,
good luck.
Thank you.
That's gonna do it for today's episode of the Popcast. Good luck this weekend. Play your Ludi sets, play Low Ink, and to anything that I screwed up, don't worry. I always offer apologies on the Monday episode of the Popcast after the Low Ink, if warranted. Until then, if you'd like to be a part of the Popcast in any way, feel free to reach out to me on my socials below. That is Blue Sky at Popgun, Discord at Popgun, Twitch at Popgun25, YouTube at 25 Popgun. There's still time to sign up, put in a sub application, all that good stuff. There's still time to get banned from Low Ink as well if you haven't been already. We will see you guys tomorrow for Low Ink. Until then, stay safe, wear a mask when applicable, and get vaccinated. We'll see you then.